There's a little bit of a, oh God, I hope this isn't too cringe. On today's video, why am I starting a new channel aimed for ADHD and autism in the workplace? I'm Brett, the AuDHD Boss, and on this channel, I work to help other neurodivergents in the workplace. I help to make things more transparent if you work at a corporate job where you're looking to grow your career into leadership or you just need some general career coaching. That's what we do here on this channel. On today's video, I'm doing the new YouTuber challenge or newbie challenge, specifically the challenge for a new YouTuber talking about autism and ADHD. So I've got my questions. Let's get started. Why did you start this channel? The main reason why I started this channel was in some ways to give back. When I got my autism and ADHD diagnosis, there were so many YouTubers, TikTok educators, and Instagram educators. There were so many people out there that were doing an incredible amount of educational work and informative work that it really helped me. It made a huge difference in helping me figure out my self-diagnosis, which then led to me getting my formal diagnosis about 4 years ago now, in the process of getting an ADHD, autism, and a few other things diagnosed as well. The more I talked about it at work and the more I was helping other people discover their pathway to neurodiversity, their pathway to figuring out their own diagnosis. And I thought, well, if I'm helping the people that I work with every day, I wonder if there's a chance that I can help more people, because the more that I talk to people to educate and remove barriers and be transparent, especially about how things happen in the workplace and how we advocate for ourselves in the workplace, the more I found this is really good information that more people need to know. There was a lot of information that I was gaining that not a lot of people had, so why not share it with the world? What can I bring to YouTube? As you can probably tell from this shot, you can see my camera. It's being backlit by the sun, which I'm using to light myself today because the sunlight is the best light. I can bring authenticity of being a new YouTuber to the channel. Over 15 years, leadership experience, many years of lived experience for being autism and ADHD. I think once I realized the things in my life that were ADHD and autism and all these other things and anxiety and how they all mix together, the more I was able to start putting those pieces together, the more I was able to sort of talk about that experience to help other people see themselves in the workplace, in the world, in their diagnosis, and more. So I hope to do that. I hope to help people see themselves. I hope people to find their ways to not having as much of a struggle. What am I most excited about? I think probably the thing I'm most excited about is contributing to the community. You know, I thought about doing this channel years ago, shortly after I got my diagnosis, but I thought, what do I have to contribute? What is my voice adding to the conversation? And it took me a little while to sit with that and figure out what is my voice adding to the conversation. And what I can add to the conversation is people have questions about work, about their managers, about how to show up at their corporate jobs, how to do a variety of different things in terms of communicating, when to mask, when to unmask, like how to show up at work in a successful way and what strategies they can use to get through the workday, but also grow their careers so they don't feel stagnant. We have a staggering number of people who identify as autistic and ADHD who struggle with holding a job and struggle with staying at work. So if I can do anything with this channel to both help people see their diagnosis through maybe some of the things that they're experiencing who may not know, and maybe help people grow in their careers. And ideally, I would love to see more people grow, more neurodivergents grow into leadership positions, because we need more neurodivergents in leadership and manager roles so that they can help create a more user-friendly work environment for all neurodivergents, and we can help people at work. That's really what I'm most excited about doing with this channel. When did you get diagnosed? About 4 years ago now. I did self-diagnosis first. Self-diagnosis is very valid because, let's face it, the formal diagnosis process is not within reach for a lot of people. I was privileged enough to have really good insurance that would allow me to go through the process, and the parts that my insurance didn't cover, I was able to afford. So I was very lucky to have that privilege, but I think, you know, it's important to understand that self-diagnosis is valid for a lot of people. There's so many resources out there. There are so many ways to see yourself in a diagnosis. As the famous quote goes, if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. There are so many ways in. There's so many ways that the neurodiverse umbrella covers with autism, ADHD, and a number of other things. But there was a lot of great information on TikTok. There was a lot of great information on YouTube. There was a lot of great information on Instagram. And you have to check your sources. You have to make sure that the person that you're listening to is in fact an informed source. But a lot of people are talking about their lived experience. And for me, that was my way in. When I saw so many lived experiences, it started to add up for me. And finally, what I did one day when I was like, okay, I really do think this is autism, I found this one TikToker who just made a series of all of their symptoms and just all the different ways that they showed up. And they did this over the course of 3 or 4 videos. So I just kept a notebook of just everything that they listed if I related to that too. And by the time I was done, I would say there was about 80 to 85% of the things this TikToker listed were in fact things that I was feeling the exact same thing as well. And for me, that was it. That was just, okay, it's autism, it's ADHD. Okay, let's go get a formal diagnosis now and confirm it. What questions would you ask your favorite AuDHDtubers? Can we collaborate? There's some really cool people out there doing some really cool things. I am endlessly impressed. I aspire to do what many of them do. There's incredible, talented people out there like Katiosaurus, How to ADHD, Haley. There's just incredible people out there doing incredible things, doing incredibly good work. A lot of them doing it in very honest and authentic and in very raw ways, and they're hard on their sleeves. And I'm endlessly impressed and inspired by what they do. And if I can bring a quarter, an 18th of energy and effort and information to my channel the way that they do theirs, then I hope I can. What challenges do you think would be hard to overcome? I've already hit a lot of these because many of the challenges are the routines, the schedule, there's the hyper focus, there's the overwhelm, there's the imposter syndrome, there's the anxiety. You know, I want to make a really successful go at this. And a lot of times, especially with ADHD, we wait for the moment to be perfect before we take the action. And in this case, I had to push myself to go with the imperfect. I'm doing this completely on my own. I'm not getting any help from anybody. And, you know, I have a long video producing television career, and, you know, in all of my 20 plus years of being a professional producer, on-camera person, video, all those things, I had a lot of help. And now I'm doing it completely on my own. And my friends and my colleagues are impressed. And if I need help, they're there to jump in and help me. But I have to do it on my own. I have to. I can't talk about these things. I have to sit in a room quietly alone with all my animals. You can hear my dog in the background. You can watch my cats walk around. I can't do this with anybody else watching me or listening to me or hearing me. I have to be completely alone. That is the only way I can unmask enough and be authentic enough to record myself on camera in a way that feels natural for me and honest. I can't do this with someone in the next room. I can't do this with someone watching me. I can't do this with a crew of people sitting there watching me, because I'll get really weird about being observed. So, but at the same time, I know not every edit is perfect. I know not every video is perfect. And that's really hard. It's really hard to put that stuff out into the world. But if I don't create the videos and I don't make them quickly and frequently, then it goes against the YouTube algorithm. And if I want to grow the channel and I want it to be successful, like and subscribe, then you got to go. You just got to go with it. You got to go. You got to go not because it's perfect, but you got to go because it's time. The nice thing about it is I put the videos out there, I send them out there, and there's a little bit of a, oh God, I hope this isn't too cringe. I almost prefer strangers to see it over friends and family, but yet I have to build a network with friends and family in order to grow the channel so that the algorithm works. So it's a little awkward, but you know, I'm embracing it, and I'm getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, as is often said. Okay, so a few other things as I wrap this up. So a lot of things that you can find on this channel. We're going to talk about success stories. We're going to talk about personal experiences. I'm going to share personal experiences of my life as an Audi person, as an Audi boss, as someone who's got leadership experience, someone who's been a manager for more than 10 years, someone who's been doing leadership training, but also someone who's still putting the pieces together of processing being late diagnosed, and connecting those moments of, oh, that's that thing that I do, that's autism, that's ADHD, that's anxiety, that's whatever it is. I really want to grow the community here, so if you have questions or comments or ideas, please put them in the comments. Please like and subscribe because that really helps the channel grow. That's it. Again, I'm Brett, the AuDHD Boss. This is my brand new channel of the AuDHD Boss. I hope you will enjoy this. I hope this video was useful in getting to know a little bit more about me and why I'm doing this and why I'm doing this channel. Thanks for watching, but again, really, I do need likes and subscribes, please. I know every YouTuber says it, and I've always, cringed and rolled my eyes when people say like and subscribe, but yet now I understand why we say it so often. Thanks for watching. This has been the new YouTuber challenge, or what I'm going to call the new AuDHD challenge. And I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching. And please be sure to check out some of our other videos. I've got a lot of other videos on the channel. I've got more coming. If you have ideas, if you have something that you want me to talk about, questions, comment, or just share your experience. What's working for you for a lot of these things that we're talking about on the channel? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.